Alex was a soldier, strong and brave. He was ready for any challenge. Today was different. Today, he was chosen for a dangerous mission. The military had called him into a dark room filled with important officers. The air was tense, and everyone seemed worried. "Alex, you are going to a jungle planet," said Colonel Smith, a stern man with a serious face. "This mission is not just difficult, it is deadly. No one has returned from this planet." Alex listened carefully. He had heard stories about the jungle planet. It was full of strange creatures and thick, dark trees. The air was hot and heavy. Many had gone there and never come back. But Alex felt a fire in his heart. He wanted to prove he was more than just a soldier. He wanted to show everyone that he could survive. "Your job is to gather information about the enemy," the colonel continued. "You will scout the area and report back. This mission is important for our future." Alex nodded. He understood. The enemy was dangerous, and the jungle planet was their home. The military needed to know their plans to protect Earth. Alex felt a mix of fear and excitement. He was ready to face whatever came his way. The next day, Alex prepared for his journey. He packed his gear carefully, making sure to bring enough supplies. He filled his bag with food, water, and tools. He also took a small weapon, just in case he needed to defend himself. As he packed, he thought about what he might find on the jungle planet. Would he meet strange creatures? Would he find allies? Finally, the time came to leave. Alex boarded a small spaceship. It was not big, but it was fast. The ship lifted off the ground, and he felt a thrill as the city below got smaller and smaller. He looked out the window, watching the clouds pass by. Soon, he would be in a place where no human had survived. As the ship approached the jungle planet, Alex felt a knot in his stomach. The planet looked wild and untamed. Thick green trees covered the land, and swirling mists hung in the air. It was beautiful but dangerous. The ship landed with a soft thud, and Alex took a deep breath. He was here. Stepping out of the ship, Alex felt the heat hit him. The jungle was alive with sounds. Birds squawked overhead, and the rustling of leaves filled his ears. He looked around, taking in the tall trees and thick vines. This was not the kind of place you wandered into without a plan. Alex activated his communicator, a small device that would allow him to send messages back to the base. "I'm on the ground," he said into the device. "Starting my mission now." He knew the military would be watching him closely. With a determined heart, Alex began to walk into the jungle. The ground was uneven, and he had to be careful not to trip over roots and rocks. He followed a narrow path, using his instincts to guide him. As he walked deeper into the jungle, the sunlight became dimmer. The trees created a thick roof above him, blocking most of the light. After a while, Alex stopped to rest. He took a sip of water and listened. The sounds of the jungle were both beautiful and unsettling. Suddenly, he heard a rustle nearby. He froze, his heart racing. What was out there? He scanned the area, searching for movement. Then he saw them. Strange figures moved between the trees. They were not animals but alien beings. Alex could hardly believe his eyes. The aliens were tall and slender, with green skin and bright eyes. They moved gracefully, as if they were part of the jungle itself. He felt both awe and fear. Alex crouched low, trying to stay hidden. He knew he should gather information, but he was unsure what to do next. Should he approach them? Would they be friendly, or would they attack? He watched as the aliens talked among themselves, pointing at things in the jungle. They seemed to be searching for something. Alex realized they might be in trouble. If they were looking for help, maybe he could step in and be an ally. Taking a deep breath, Alex decided to reveal himself. He stood slowly, making sure not to startle them. He raised his hands to show he meant no harm. "Hello," he called out, using simple words and a friendly tone. The aliens turned to him, eyes wide with surprise. They whispered among themselves, their voices soft but quick. Alex's heart pounded. Would they accept him, or would they see him as a threat? One alien stepped forward, a woman with long, flowing hair and bright eyes. She looked at Alex with curiosity. "Who are you?" she asked in broken but clear English. "I am Alex," he replied, trying to sound calm. "I come in peace. I want to help." The other alien stared at him, unsure. The woman, Zora, looked thoughtful. "Help. Our tribe is in danger. We need strong allies." Alex felt hope rise in his chest. Maybe this was the start of something new. Maybe he could be more than just a soldier. He could be a friend. Into the jungle. After meeting Zora, Alex felt a spark of hope. The alien woman was strong and brave. He knew he could trust her. Zora introduced him to her tribe, and they welcomed him with curious eyes. The other aliens were unsure, but Zora spoke for him. She told them that Alex was not their enemy. Together, they decided to explore the jungle. Zora led the way, and Alex followed closely behind. The trees were tall and thick, with vines hanging down like ropes. Sunlight barely touched the ground. It was dark, but Alex felt excited. He was ready for an adventure. As they walked, Zora showed him the plants and animals. "This is a fruit we eat," she said, picking a bright orange fruit from a tree. "It is sweet and gives us strength." She handed it to Alex, and he took a bite. It was delicious. Alex looked around in wonder. The jungle was full of life. Birds with colorful feathers flew overhead, and small creatures scurried in the underbrush. He felt like he had entered a different world. "This place is amazing," he said, smiling at Zora. But as they moved deeper into the jungle, the air grew thick and heavy. Strange noises echoed around them. Alex could hear rustling in the bushes and the distant calls of unknown creatures. He felt a chill run down his spine. He remembered the stories he had heard about this planet. It was beautiful, but it was also dangerous. Suddenly, Zora stopped. "Listen," she said, holding up her hand. Alex strained to hear. There was a low growl coming from nearby. It sounded like a big animal. Fear gripped him, but he didn't want to show it. He took a deep breath and looked at Zora. "What should we do?" he asked quietly. "We need to be careful," she replied. "Stay close to me." They moved slowly, trying to avoid any noise. As they crept forward, Alex's heart raced. He could feel the tension in the air. The growl grew louder, and Alex's instincts kicked in. He was a soldier, trained to face danger. But this was different. He was in an alien world, and everything felt uncertain. Then, out of the bushes, a large creature appeared. It was covered in thick fur and had sharp claws. Its eyes glinted with a fierce light. Alex froze. This was one of the jungle's predators. The creature looked at them, growling low and threatening. Zora stood tall, unafraid. "Stay back," she shouted, raising her arms. Alex watched in awe. She was fearless. The creature growled again, but did not attack. It seemed confused by Zora's presence. Alex knew they needed a plan. He reached for his weapon, but Zora shook her head. "No weapons. We must show it we mean no harm," she said, her voice steady. Zora stepped forward slowly, her eyes locked on the creature. Alex held his breath, unsure of what would happen next. The creature watched Zora closely, its growls softening. She continued to approach, and Alex felt a mix of fear and admiration. Zora spoke softly. "We are friends. We come in peace." Slowly, she lowered her arms and extended her hand, palm up. It was a bold move. Alex was terrified, but he trusted Zora. To his surprise, the creature sniffed the air and stepped closer. It hesitated, then lowered its head, touching its nose to Zora's hand. Alex's heart soared. It worked, he thought. Zora was amazing. The creature began to relax, and Alex felt a wave of relief. "You did it," he said, his voice filled with awe. Zara smiled. "Every creature has a heart. We just need to show them kindness." They continued their journey, feeling a little braver after the encounter. As they walked, Zara explained more about her tribe. "We live in harmony with the jungle," she said. "We respect all living things." Alex admired her wisdom. He realized he had a lot to learn from her and her people. The jungle was not just a place of danger. It was a world full of wonders and mysteries. They walked for hours, exploring hidden paths and discovering new plants. Zara taught Alex how to find safe water and edible plants. She showed him how to listen to the jungle and understand its rhythms. As the sun began to set, the jungle changed. The colors deepened, and the sounds grew louder. Alex felt a mix of excitement and fear. He looked at Zara, who seemed calm and confident. "Do we have a place to stay for the night?" he asked. "Yes, we have a camp nearby," Zara replied. "It is safe and where my tribe rests." As they made their way to the camp, Alex felt grateful. He had faced danger and learned from a brave alien. He was beginning to understand that this jungle was not just a mission. It was a chance to connect with others and grow as a person. When they reached the camp, Alex was amazed. The aliens had built homes from branches and leaves, blending perfectly with the surroundings. A fire burned brightly in the center, and the smell of cooking food filled the air. Zara turned to him, her eyes shining with excitement. "Welcome to our home, Alex. You are one of us now." Alex smiled, feeling a warmth in his heart. He had come to this jungle as a soldier, but now he felt like part of a family. He knew that this adventure was just beginning, and he couldn't wait to see what else the jungle had in store for him. Meeting the aliens. As the sun rose over the jungle, Alex woke up to the sound of birds singing and the smell of smoke from the fire. He stretched and felt excited. Today, he would meet more of Zara's people. The camp was alive with activity. Aliens moved around, cooking, laughing, and preparing for the day. Zara greeted Alex with a warm smile. "Good morning, Alex. Are you ready to meet my tribe?" Alex nodded, feeling a mix of nerves and excitement. He had already learned so much from Zara, and he was eager to see how her people lived. Zara took his hand, and together they walked toward the center of the camp. As they approached, Alex noticed the other aliens. They were tall and graceful, with green skin and bright, sparkling eyes. Some had long hair that flowed like vines, while others had intricate patterns on their bodies. They looked different, but there was something familiar about their smiles. Zara called out, "Everyone, this is Alex. He comes from the stars." The aliens turned to look at him, their faces filled with curiosity. Alex felt a little shy under their gaze, but when he saw their friendly smiles, he relaxed. He waved and said, "Hello, I am happy to be here." One of the aliens stepped forward. She had bright blue markings on her face and a cheerful expression. "Welcome, Alex. I am Lyra," she said, her voice warm and friendly. "We are glad you are with us." Alex felt his heart lift. "Thank you, Lyra. I am excited to learn about your tribe." Zara led him around the camp, showing him the different areas. There were places for cooking, sleeping, and gathering. The aliens worked together, sharing tasks and helping each other. Alex noticed how they communicated, using gestures and sounds. It was beautiful to watch. As they walked, Zara introduced Alex to other members of her tribe. Each alien had a unique name and personality. There was Joro, a tall warrior with a strong build, and Nea, a skilled healer who made medicines from jungle plants. Alex felt welcomed by each of them. After the introductions, Zara suggested they have a feast to celebrate Alex's arrival. "We will share our food and stories," she announced, her eyes shining with joy. Alex felt a surge of happiness. He had always loved food and gatherings. "That sounds great," he replied, eager to be part of the celebration. The aliens began to prepare a feast. They gathered fruits, vegetables, and meats from the jungle. Alex watched in amazement as they worked together. Lyra showed him how to make a delicious dish using a special fruit called zuri. It is sweet and fills you with energy, she explained, slicing the fruit with skill. As they cooked, stories flowed freely. Alex shared tales of Earth and his adventures as a soldier. The aliens listened with wide eyes, fascinated by his stories of space travel and human life. They shared their own stories too, tales of bravery, love, and the beauty of the jungle. During the feast, Alex felt a sense of belonging. The food was delicious, and laughter filled the air. He looked around at the smiling faces of the aliens. They were so different from him, yet he felt a deep connection. They were all living beings, sharing experiences and emotions. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in vibrant colors, Zara stood up to speak. "Let us toast to our friendship," she said, raising a cup filled with a sweet drink made from jungle fruits. Everyone raised their cups, and Alex joined in, feeling the warmth of their friendship. "To new beginnings," he shouted, and everyone cheered. After the feast, Zara took Alex to a quiet spot at the edge of the camp. They sat on a large rock, watching the stars twinkle above. The jungle was peaceful at night, filled with the sounds of chirping insects and rustling leaves. "Alex," Zara said softly, "I am happy you are here. You bring light to our tribe." Alex felt his heart swell. "Thank you, Zara. You have taught me so much. I never expected to find friends in this jungle." They sat in silence, gazing at the stars. Alex thought about his mission and how it had changed. He had come to gather information about the enemy, but now he was part of something bigger. He was part of a community, and he felt a sense of purpose. Suddenly, a loud noise broke the peaceful night. The ground shook slightly, and Alex jumped up, alert. "What was that?" he asked, looking at Zara with concern. Zara's expression changed. "It could be the enemy. We must be careful." Alex's training kicked in. "We should warn the tribe," he said, ready to take action. Zara nodded. "Yes, let's go." Together, they rushed back to the camp, adrenaline pumping through their veins. Alex knew he had to protect his new friends. He felt strong with Zara by his side. They were not just allies. They were a team. As they reached the camp, Alex looked around. The aliens were alert, ready to defend their home. They moved swiftly, preparing for whatever was coming. Alex felt a sense of unity among them. They would face this danger together. Growing closer, the noise in the jungle grew louder, sending a wave of tension through the camp. Alex and Zara rushed to the center, where the tribe was gathering. The aliens were quick and organized, moving with purpose. Alex felt a surge of admiration for their teamwork. "What do we know?" Zara asked Jaro, the tall warrior who stood at the front. His face was serious, and his eyes scanned the trees. "Something is coming," Jaro replied, his voice low. "We must be ready." Alex felt a knot in his stomach. He had trained for battles, but this was different. He was fighting for friends, for a new family. He looked at Zara, who was standing strong, her face filled with determination. "We will protect our home," Zara declared, looking at each member of the tribe. "We have fought together before. We can do it again." The aliens nodded, their faces showing courage. Alex felt inspired by their strength. As the sounds grew closer, Alex took a deep breath. "I can help," he said. Zara turned to him, her eyes bright with appreciation. "Yes, we will fight together. You are one of us now." The tension in the air was thick. They formed a line, ready to defend their camp. Alex stood beside Zara, feeling a mix of fear and bravery. He remembered his training and focused on the task ahead. Suddenly, from the shadows, a group of creatures burst into the clearing. They were large, with sharp teeth and fierce eyes. Alex recognized them as the predators he had seen before. The tribe let out a battle cry, and Alex felt his heart race. "Stay close to me," Zora shouted as she moved forward, ready to fight. Alex followed her lead, adrenaline pumping through his veins. He drew his weapon, ready to protect his new friends. The battle was chaotic. The creatures charged, and the aliens fought back with their strength and agility. Alex was amazed at how well they moved together, like a well-trained team. He joined in, using his skills to defend the tribe. Zara fought bravely by his side. She dodged and struck with precision, and Alex admired her strength. They worked in harmony, protecting each other and the tribe. As the fight continued, Alex felt a sense of belonging. He was no longer just a soldier. He was part of this family. They fought for each other, and he knew he would do anything to keep them safe. After a fierce battle, the predators began to retreat. The tribe cheered, their voices echoing through the jungle. They had won, and Alex felt a rush of relief and pride. He looked at Zara, who was breathing heavily but smiling brightly. "You were amazing," she said, her eyes shining with excitement. Alex grinned back. "So were you. We did it together." The tribe gathered around them, praising their bravery. Lyra hugged Alex tightly, her eyes filled with joy. "You are truly one of us," she exclaimed. Alex felt warmth spread through him. He had found a home among these aliens. As night fell, they celebrated their victory. They shared stories and laughter around the fire, and the atmosphere was filled with happiness. Alex felt a deep connection with each member of the tribe. They were not just friends. They were family. Zara sat next to Alex, her smile radiant. "I am glad you are here," she said softly. "You fought with us, and now you are one of us." Alex looked into her eyes, feeling a warmth in his heart. "Thank you, Zara. I feel like I belong here. I never expected to find this kind of friendship." As the fire crackled, they shared more stories. Alex spoke of Earth, of the cities, and the people. He described the beauty of the oceans and the mountains. The aliens listened with wide eyes, fascinated by his tales. In return, Zara told Alex about her tribe's history. She spoke of their ancestors and how they had always lived in harmony with the jungle. She explained the importance of nature and respect for all living beings. Alex felt inspired by her words. The night grew darker, and the stars shone brightly above them. Alex realized how much he had grown to care for these aliens. They had welcomed him into their lives, and he felt grateful for their kindness. Zara leaned closer, her voice soft. "Alex, I want to show you something tomorrow. It is special to my tribe." Alex's curiosity piqued. "What is it?" "It is a sacred place in the jungle, where we connect with nature," she explained. "I think you will love it. I can't wait to see it." Alex replied, his heart filled with excitement. He felt a deep connection to Zara, and he was eager to share this experience with her. As the night wore on, the tribe began to settle down. Alex and Zara stayed by the fire, talking and laughing. They shared dreams and hopes, building a bond that felt unbreakable. Finally, as the fire faded to glowing embers, Alex realized how much he had changed since arriving on the jungle planet. He had come as a soldier, but he was leaving as a friend, a protector, and perhaps something more. As he looked at Zara, he knew he would do anything to keep her and her tribe safe. They had fought together, laughed together, and shared their lives. He felt a warmth in his heart, and he knew this journey was just the beginning of something beautiful. The attack. The next morning, the jungle was calm and peaceful. Birds sang sweetly, and the sun shone brightly through the trees. Alex woke up feeling refreshed and excited for the day ahead. He looked forward to exploring the sacred place Zora had mentioned. As he prepared for the day, he noticed Zora talking to Jaro and Lyra. Their expressions were serious, and Alex felt a sudden chill in the air. Something was not right. He walked over to them, his heart racing. "What's happening?" Alex asked, concern evident in his voice. Zara turned to him, her face tense. "We have seen movement in the jungle. The enemy is near. We must be alert." Alex's heart sank. He remembered the fierce creatures from the night before. "What do we do?" he asked, ready to help. "We will gather the tribe and prepare for anything," Jaro replied, his voice strong. "We need to be ready to defend our home." Zara nodded. "Stay close to me, Alex. We will face this together." The tribe quickly assembled, their faces determined. Alex felt a sense of purpose. They were more than just allies. They were family. He was ready to protect them. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, the jungle began to feel different. The air grew thick, and the usual sounds of wildlife faded away. It was as if the jungle was holding its breath, waiting for what would come next. Suddenly, a loud roar shattered the silence. The ground shook, and Alex's heart raced. He knew the sound all too well. The enemy was coming, and they were fierce. "Get ready," Jaro shouted, raising his weapon. The tribe moved swiftly, forming a defensive line. Alex took a deep breath, feeling the adrenaline rush through him. He stood next to Zara, ready to fight. From the trees, a group of fierce creatures emerged. They were larger than the ones they had faced before, with sharp teeth and glowing eyes. Their growls echoed through the jungle, sending shivers down Alex's spine. "Stand strong," Zara yelled, her voice steady. "We will protect our home." As the creatures charged, Alex felt fear, but he pushed it aside. He was a soldier trained for battle. He raised his weapon, ready to defend his friends. The tribe moved as one, using their strength and agility to fight back. The battle began. Alex fought alongside Zara, dodging and striking with all his might. The creatures lunged at them, but the tribe worked together, covering each other's backs. Alex was amazed by their teamwork. They moved fluidly, each alien knowing their role. Zara fought fiercely, her movements graceful and powerful. Alex admired her bravery and felt a deep connection to her. They were fighting not just for survival, but for each other. As the battle raged on, Alex found himself facing one of the largest creatures. It charged at him with a roar, its sharp teeth bared. He felt a surge of fear, but remembered Zara's words. "Stay strong." He braced himself and stood his ground. At the last moment, he dodged to the side, and the creature crashed into a tree. It growled in anger, turning to face him again. Alex quickly aimed his weapon, ready to fight. Just as he was about to pull the trigger, Zara leaped in front of him, striking the creature with her weapon. "Let me help," Alex shouted, his heart racing. "I have it," Zara replied, her eyes fierce. Together, they fought the creature, using their combined strength. With one final blow, they defeated it, and it fell to the ground with a thud. Breathing heavily, Alex looked around. The battle was intense, and the tribe was holding their ground. They fought valiantly, but the creatures kept coming. Alex felt a mix of fear and determination. They could not let the enemy win. Suddenly, he spotted Lyra, who was cornered by two large creatures. She was fighting bravely, but they were closing in on her. Without thinking, Alex rushed toward her, adrenaline fueling his actions. "Lyra," he shouted, drawing the attention of the creatures. They turned to him, growling fiercely. Alex took a deep breath and focused. He could not let anything happen to her. "Stay back," he yelled, raising his weapon. With quick movements, he struck one of the creatures, causing it to stumble. Lyra took advantage of the opening, launching her own attack. Together, they fought off the creatures, driving them back. "Thank you, Alex," Lyra said, relief washing over her face. "We must keep fighting." As the battle continued, Alex felt a bond growing stronger among the tribe. They were united, fighting for their home and each other. He realized that this was not just a battle for survival, it was a fight for love and friendship. Finally, after what felt like hours, the tide of the battle began to change. The creatures were retreating, their fierce roars fading into the jungle. The tribe cheered, their voices echoing with triumph. "We did it," Zara shouted, her eyes shining with pride. Alex looked around, feeling a wave of relief wash over him. They had fought together and won. But as he caught his breath, he knew this was only the beginning. The jungle held many dangers, and they would have to stay vigilant. As the tribe gathered to celebrate their victory, Alex felt a deep sense of gratitude. He had come to this jungle as a soldier, but he was leaving as part of a family. He had fought alongside brave aliens, and together they had triumphed over the darkness. Looking at Zara, he felt a warmth in his heart. They had faced danger together, and he knew their bond would only grow stronger. He was ready for whatever came next, as long as they stood together. Love blooms. After the battle, the jungle felt different. The air was still, but it was filled with a sense of victory and hope. The tribe gathered around a large fire to celebrate their win. Alex felt a rush of joy as he looked at his friends, their faces lit with happiness. They had fought together, and now they were stronger as a team. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Zara stood up to speak. "We fought bravely today. We protected our home and each other." Her voice rang with pride. The tribe cheered, their spirits high. Alex looked at Zara, feeling a warmth in his heart. She was not just a warrior, she was a leader. He admired her strength and courage. After the cheers faded, Zara caught his eye and smiled. "Come, Alex," she said, beckoning him to join her by the fire. "Let's sit together." As they settled down, Alex felt his heart race. He was grateful for this moment. The night was calm, and the stars began to twinkle above them. They shared stories and laughter, their bond growing stronger with every word. "Alex," Zara said softly, "I am so glad you are here with us. You are brave and strong." Alex felt his cheeks flush. "Thank you, Zara. You inspire me every day. I never thought I would find such friendship in this jungle." Zara smiled, her eyes shining with warmth. "You are more than just a friend to me. You have become part of my family." Alex felt a wave of happiness wash over him. He had come to this planet alone, but now he felt connected to something much bigger. He was part of a tribe, and more importantly, he was part of Zara's life. As the night went on, they talked about their dreams and hopes. Zara shared her visions for the tribe's future. She spoke of peace, unity, and a strong bond with nature. Alex listened intently, inspired by her passion. "What about you, Alex?" Zara asked, her gaze steady. "What do you dream of?" He thought for a moment, his heart racing. "I want to protect this place and the people I care about. I want to learn more about your world and be a part of it." Zara's smile widened. "You already are. Together, we can make a difference." As the fire crackled, Alex felt a deep connection to Zara. The more they talked, the more he realized his feelings for her were growing. He admired her strength and beauty, and he felt a desire to be by her side. After some time, the tribe began to sing songs of victory. Their voices filled the night air, creating a melody that resonated through the jungle. Zara took Alex's hand, pulling him closer to the fire. "Let's dance," she said, her eyes sparkling with joy. Alex laughed, feeling a surge of happiness. They joined the tribe, moving together to the rhythm of the songs. The firelight danced around them, and he felt free, caught up in the moment. As they danced, Zora's laughter filled the air. Alex felt a sense of joy he had never known before. He twirled her around, their movements synchronized. In that moment, he realized how much he cared for her. After a while, they stepped back from the dance, breathless and smiling. Zora looked up at the stars, her face illuminated by the firelight. "They say the stars hold our dreams," she said softly. "What do you see when you look at them?" Alex looked at the sky, his heart full. "I see a future," he replied. "A future where we protect each other and this beautiful jungle. Zara turned to him, her eyes searching his. And do you see me in that future? His heart raced as he met her gaze. Yes, Zara. I want to be with you. You mean so much to me. Zara smiled, her cheeks flushing. You mean a lot to me too, Alex. I never thought I could feel this way about someone. Their hands remained intertwined, and Alex felt a warmth spread through him. In that moment, the world around them faded away. It was just the two of them, connected by their feelings. As the night continued, they sat close together, sharing quiet moments. The tribe's laughter and music faded into the background as they lost themselves in each other's company. I'm glad you came to our jungle, Zara said softly, resting her head on Alex's shoulder. You have brought so much joy and strength to our tribe. Alex felt a swell of affection for her. And you have shown me what it means to be part of a family. I will always fight for you and your people. Zara looked up at him, her eyes bright. Together, we can do anything. As the fire crackled and the stars twinkled above, Alex realized that he had found something special in this jungle, a love that was blossoming amid the chaos. In that moment, he knew they would face whatever came next together. They were a team, united by their experiences and their feelings, with Zara by his side. Alex felt ready for any challenge the jungle might throw at them. As the night deepened, Alex leaned closer to Zara, their hearts beating in sync. Love was blooming between them, and it filled the air with hope and promise for the future. A promise to return. The sun rose over the jungle, casting golden light through the trees. Alex woke up feeling different. After a night filled with joy and new feelings, he knew today would be special. As he looked around, he saw the tribe gathering, ready for another day. But deep down, he felt a sense of unease. His time here was running out. Zara was the first to notice him. She walked over, her face glowing with warmth. Good morning, Alex, she said cheerfully. Are you ready for our special place today? Alex smiled back, but his heart felt heavy. I'm ready, but can we talk first? Zara's expression changed slightly, concern replacing her smile. Of course. What's on your mind? He took a deep breath, trying to find the right words. Zara, I've loved every moment here, but I know I can't stay forever. I have to return to Earth. There's a lot I need to do. Her eyes widened, a mixture of surprise and sadness filling her gaze. You have to go, she asked softly, her voice barely above a whisper. Yes, he replied, feeling the weight of his words. But I promise I will come back. I want to protect this place and be with you. You mean so much to me. Zara stepped closer, her hand gently touching his. You are family, Alex. You belong here. I will miss you every day. Alex felt his heart ache. He wanted to stay with her, to keep this new family close, but he knew he had responsibilities back on Earth. I'll work hard to come back, he said firmly. I promise. Zara nodded, her eyes glistening. Promise me you will be safe. The jungle can be dangerous. I will, he vowed, feeling the gravity of his words. And I will return for you and the tribe. As they stood together, the sounds of the jungle surrounded them. The birds sang sweetly, and the breeze whispered through the leaves. Alex felt a sense of peace wash over him, knowing he had found something beautiful here. After their talk, Zara led him deeper into the jungle. They walked side by side, their hands intertwined. The path was filled with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. The sights and sounds of nature surrounded them, creating a magical atmosphere. This is the place, Zara said, stopping in a small clearing. The area was filled with colorful plants and a small waterfall that sparkled in the sunlight. It was breathtaking. Alex gazed around in awe. It's beautiful, Zara. Thank you for sharing this with me. Zara smiled, her face lighting up. This place is special to my tribe. We come here to connect with nature and find peace. I wanted you to feel this too. They sat on a large rock near the waterfall, the water splashing gently around them. As they relaxed, Zara spoke about the importance of nature and harmony. Alex listened intently, appreciating her wisdom. Every living thing has a purpose, Zara explained. We must protect it. This jungle is our home, and it needs us. Alex nodded, feeling a sense of responsibility. I will do my best to protect it, even from afar. I want to learn more about this world and share it with others. Zara looked at him, her eyes filled with pride. You have already done so much for us. Alex, your bravery has brought us closer. As they talked, the bond between them grew stronger. They shared laughter and dreams, imagining a future together. Alex felt a deep connection to Zara, and he knew he would do anything to return to her side. After spending time in the clearing, they began their journey back to the camp. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the jungle. The tribe was waiting for them, ready to celebrate one last evening together. As they gathered around the fire, Alex felt a mix of emotions. He was grateful for the time he spent with the tribe, but the thought of leaving weighed heavily on him. He wanted to cherish every moment. Zara stood up, her voice clear. Tonight, we celebrate our friendship and the strength we have found in each other. The tribe cheered, their voices echoing through the jungle. Alex felt a rush of happiness, knowing he was part of something special. They shared stories, sang songs, and laughed together, creating memories that would last a lifetime. As the night deepened, Zara approached Alex. Can we talk again? She asked, her eyes serious. Of course, he replied, leading her away from the crowd. Promise me one more thing, she said, her voice trembling slightly. Promise me that you will always remember us, no matter where you are. Alex looked into her eyes, feeling a wave of emotion. I promise, Zara. You and the tribe will always be in my heart. Zara smiled, tears glistening in her eyes. And I will wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I will return, he said firmly, feeling the weight of his promise. I will fight for you and this jungle. You have my word. As they stood together, the fire crackled behind them. Alex knew that even though he had to leave, their connection would never fade. He felt a sense of hope, knowing he would return to the jungle and the love he had found. With a heavy heart, he embraced Zara, feeling her warmth and strength. In that moment, he knew he was not just saying goodbye. He was making a promise to return, to protect, and to love. The stars twinkled above them, a reminder of the dreams they shared. Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, knowing that love awaited him in the jungle.